Every game franchise has its secrets, and while some may be entertaining Easter eggs when discovered by fans and gamers, others, well, they can feel a little bit more sinister in nature, and spook the pants right off you, or at least make you feel mildly uncomfortable. So today we're taking a look at a few instances found in the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise. We'll be touching on creepy secrets found within the games, but also on scary secrets surrounding the games, and the Sonic fandom. With all that in mind, let's jump into our list of the top 10 scariest Sonic secrets. Number 10. WECHNIA. This may be more mysterious than spooky to some, but similar to the Pokemon Missing No in Pokemon Red and Blue, the Pokemon that shouldn't exist but does because of a glitch, in Knuckles Chaotix there's a character you can unlock by messing around with the color test menu. It's made up of leftover data, due to the unfinished development of Tails as a playable character in the game. While most of his assets were stripped from the game, this was what was left over, creating a variation of Knuckles that fans have started calling WECHNIA, who can fly like Tails, and has Mighty's wall kick move. Up next, number 9. Tails Doll Creepypasta. The Tails doll first appeared in Sonic.EXE as an unlockable character. Unlike other unlockable characters in the game, it's not entirely robotic, and it appears to be a crudely stitched doll of Tails with no sort of backstory. This spawned a creepypasta, or rather an internet legend, about the doll's origins and capabilities. It claims that the doll is an evil entity manifested in the game, and carries a horrible curse, which is triggered by doing certain things to it within Sonic.EXE, causing the player to die or go insane. Yeah, I think I'll pass. And at number 8, fan art. The Sonic fandom is a pretty vibrant group of people. There's a lot of well-deserved love out there for the Blue Blur and his anthropomorphic friends. So naturally there's a lot of fan art kicking around on the World Wide Web. Although, some of it is a little odd. Back in 2014, College Humor compiled a list of some of the strangest Sonic fan art, which includes multiple pregnant Sonics, a humanoid Sonic head, and a Shadow Sonic fusion that takes the shape of a toilet. I mean, whatever floats your boat, no judgment. And at 7, Sonic.EXE. Another creepypasta here, Sonic.EXE started off as a story that entails of a player receiving a copy of a Sonic the Hedgehog game from a friend who warns them that they should destroy it. So of course they play it anyway. And the game is quite glitchy. They can only play as Tails, Knuckles, or Robotnik. As they proceed to play, there's wounded animals everywhere that are being hunted by a demonic Sonic who is bleeding from the eyes. As they keep playing, Sonic starts to threaten the player, and starts to break out of the screen to kill them. This is when the player shuts off the game, but they haven't escaped. A Sonic toy with bleeding eyes appears in their room. While that may be a myth, someone has gone out of their way to create a version of the game that you can actually download. And at 6, Sonic's Madonna. So this one may not be overly scary, but much more on the unsettling side, especially for those of you who felt the Princess Elise kiss from Sonic 06 was a bit too weird and disturbing for your liking. So back in the early days when Sonic was first conceived by Sega, there was a lot of work put into developing the world around his and Robotnik's characters. One aspect of that was Sonic's girlfriend. Nope, not Amy Rose, who would first appear as an early girlfriend of his in Sonic manga, but rather a woman named Madonna, a human, who was his girlfriend. She was ultimately canned though. She was created as a damsel in distress, which Sega thought was too close to their competitor Nintendo's storyline with Mario. And also maybe because she was human and bestiality. And at number 5, Sonic's intimate relationship with corn dogs. Self-explanatory. Moving on. And at number 4, Sonic's suicide from Sonic CD. Sonic CD is one of the most praised Sonic games to date, and contains a plethora of fun secrets that players have unlocked over the years, especially within the game's debug mode. But one creepy aspect of the game wasn't really kept a secret. Rather, it occurred when the player stopped moving Sonic, and he stood still. If you don't move Sonic at all, he stands there on the screen tapping his foot impatiently. If enough time passes, he'll jump off the edge of the screen, declaring, "I'm outta here," triggering the game over to appear on the screen, the same way it does whenever he dies. This has led many players to label this as Sonic's suicide. Up next, number 3, Arcane Kids' Sonic Dreams Collection. The Arcane Kids are a small group of developers who put together a collection of 4 Sonic minigames called Sonic Dreams Collection. Apparently, these minigames are long-lost prototypes from Sega that didn't make the cut, that were canned mid-development, mainly because of the unfortunate possibilities they opened up for players. How so? Well, Make My Sonic was a Sonic avatar creator that allowed for some disproportionate horrors. Eggman Origin was supposedly an MMORPG that no one can access. My Roommate Sonic was a VR game that explores Sonic's life in an apartment complex that incorporates you seducing Sonic, and it gets real weird. And the worst of them all, Sonic Movie Maker, which has led to some disturbing results. I mean, with scenarios like prom, hotel, and birthing, I bet you can imagine what direction people would take those in. Worth noting that Collections is definitely a parody though. Arcane released a press kit stating so. And at number 2, Genocide City Zone. During development of Sonic 2, there were multiple levels that were unfinished and not included into the final game. Most famously, the Hidden Palace Zone, which was featured in one of the marketing ads, leaving players hunting for it in the code. Later on, in 1998, a prototype was discovered by a guy named Simon Weílle, and it contained different unfinished levels that were not fleshed out. This included a level called Wood Zone, and another titled Genocide City Zone. Yeah, dark. It was a zone that was completely empty, that Sonic and Tails would drop down into falling to their deaths. The name came from the Japanese team being unfamiliar with English words, with them choosing it because they wanted a scary title, despite not fully understanding what the word genocide meant. There's actually a hack that completed the level that came out in later years, now available for people to download, and it's filled with a lot of grim imagery. And finally, in at number 1, Secret Message from Satan. This one has made a few of our other lists and definitely fills the creepy quota. In Sonic CD, if you enter debug mode, there's a ton of little surprises that you can discover, but the most sinister of them all is this strange message, with disturbing humanoid looking Sonic heads in the background. It translates into Infinite Fun, Sega Enterprises. While there's a few translations listed online, the gist of it is Infinite Fun, Sega Enterprises, and is signed by Majin, which is the Japanese word for devil. But turns out it's also the nickname of one of the people who worked on the game, Masato Nishimura, who received that nickname as a child. Alright, there we have it, friends. Which of these numbers on our list freaked you out the most? Let us know in those comments below. And as always, please show us some love if you dug this video by hitting those like and subscribe buttons. And hey, why not head over to our channel and take a look through our top 10 Sonic playlist. In the meantime, thanks for watching. I've been Kelly Pally and this has been Top 10 Gaming. Catch you all in the next one.